Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look at AVAX here. We want to see what's going on here this week with this coin. Let's go ahead and double check the macro perspective, see where we're at there. The overall sentiment is still quite bearish, so you understand we're still remaining under our SMAs in most cases, but it does look like we're appearing to be testing some key level resistances here. So we'll talk about that. If you are new to the channel though, welcome aboard. Hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. Love to hear from you. At this point, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some back-end liquidation data, see what's going on. Quick congrats to our community too for some nice profits from Near Protocol. We had 2 Bitcoin trades, 42, 43%, and we had to close out Litecoin in profit early before it turned around at about 10%. It's been a decent profitable scenario here. Once again, I typically post my playout charts on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So I'll have this cleaned up for you. I'm just going to kind of go through the important stuff with you, just to keep you on your day. Don't want to take up too much of your time, but the important stuff to recognize with liquidation is 20 to 20.5 is that upper area of liquidation. We're getting closer to that. More likelihood we're going to probably see that area get hit. Not to say we couldn't still see $18. It's just that there's proven to be a lot of support in this $18.50 to $20 range. We're in a defined range right now, so hypothetically you buy the dip and you short the top. That's really where we're at right now. Macro perspective, you can see roughly the same scenario here, a little easier to identify, 20.5 upwards about 22, that heavy concentration to the upside, and 18 to 17 roughly to the downside. Liquidation delta is drawing even though here, and when the price goes up into that, it's really just in most cases a transition. It also does look like there's somewhat of a potential cup and handle pattern. It's not clean by any stretch, but it does look like we're probably going to see some kind of a breakout to the upside. Please understand, folks, that this weekend, every weekend, we've seen 10 out of 11 weekends. I've counted them up. They've all ended up in a red result. In other words, starts good on a Friday and a Saturday, ends terribly on a Sunday. Okay, so best way to describe this here is even though we're due to break out soon, adjust your stop loss higher. Ensure you're taking profits. You're not going to ride this long position right now to $30 on AVAX. I just got news for you. It's not going to happen, and we're not in that kind of market right now. Everything is in a descending trend type of structure, so generally speaking, not favorable. Okay? Open interest below the price and above, we can see 1960, 1975 as 2 potential areas of resistance above us. Now, as far as the macro perspective here, folks, keep in mind this is just a trend line, nothing substantial. Once more, I will clean up the charts here, but I like to run my trend lines usually concurrent with a 20 or the 50-day SMA. This is the 50-day SMA, give us better perspective. We are testing the 20-day as we speak, so that's generally a good sign to be above that, but it doesn't mean you're just like instantly breaking bullish. Some people seem to think that you're instantly perfect as soon as you get on that side of the tracks. Look at this here. We closed above basically $24 here. Boom, price just went straight south from there. Granted, that was a fundamental catalyst. The likelihood of maintaining above this 20 on the RSI, the SMA, is lower if you take a look here. Every time we've peaked above, we have yet to continue to maintain above it, right? So don't just take one day closure above a specific area that you think is important and try to go along to the moon, because historically that hasn't worked very well. Okay, that's just overall again the descending trend that we're in. We're still under 50 on the RSI. Every single not every, but all the coins that I've covered so far today, which is about 6 of them, in detail, the daily time frame all looks the same. We have good convergence on the MACD. Everything else is bearish. So if you're watching anybody that's telling you that to buy the dip because you were in a convergence on the MACD, it's a terrible idea. It can be beneficial, it can be helpful, don't get me wrong, but you need to have other confirming factors. So many traders will take trades based on one little bullish convergence that they feel is a good thing because it's like it's a high conversion pattern. Well, with that high conversion pattern is bullish and everything else is bearish, what do you think is going to happen? Anyways, just some friendly advice there. Be careful in how you interpret bullish type of scenarios. We're not there yet. Having said that, let's take a quick look here. It's pretty obvious to me that we're in a pretty significant range. Low range 1825, upper range 1986. Let's just say 18 to 20. That is essentially the range we're in right now. So hypothetically, shorting the top here soon may be a good consideration. Okay. Once more, I feel like that I can say that comfortably that might be a viability because I feel like Bitcoin's going to fake us out. And if it does, I'm ready to short in the 85K range or take a long in the low 82K range, depending on which happens first. I'm not just going to do that in the blind though, folks. I'm going to make sure to reevaluate if we get there and to make sure it's worthwhile at that point. So between now and then, we're getting a little bit on the overextended side, nothing too crazy, but we are looking good in the 4-hour time frame. So don't misinterpret the fact that the daily time frame is not looking great. You can still find benefit. You could probably still find some good, viable, long opportunities this weekend on this coin. Now, low volume weekends, historically, a 93% success rate to the downside leads me to believe that taking a long position makes no sense right now. But if you're going to insist, make sure you insist on taking profits before you hit that resistance at 1985. How about that? Split the difference, right? But MACD is converging. We're seeing the money flow index increasing. We're over 50 on the RSI, over our SMA there. There's a lot of positivity here. It's a good transition. If we take a look at the hourly, same thing as well here. We're above the cloud. Not a lot of coins can say this. We're also seeing lag and span free and clear and conversion out of the baseline. So all the more likely for us to see further upside because of these things. I would just like to urge you to consider not being an emotional idiot taking this coin to $30, $40. It's not going to happen just yet. Spot bag's different story. Add to your spot bag. I think that's a good call. But if you're going to try to take a high leverage trade to the moon, you got another thing coming because the moons are not present in trading right now. They haven't been, and they probably won't be for a very long time. All right, hope that makes sense. I described that correctly. Hope you learned something today. Obviously, join us over at Bitunix if you haven't yet already, folks. 8K in deposit reward bonuses for any newbie rewards. We also have monthly consistent benefits with these guys. No KYC or VPN required. They're always going to be offering some really good options. So I think you should take advantage of a really cool exchange. And obviously, join us over on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If you don't know, I post all my playout charts and everything is available there for you. All right, folks. I hope you have a good rest of the day. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.